Hello there, and welcome to Napalm's Lake News, because the dev blog for the upcoming Winter Quest has dropped yesterday. However, there was so much to look up and to inform myself that I thought it would be the better take to make the informative video today. First of all, the video will be roughly 20 minutes long, and I hope that will catch everything important and essential, and also I make it in the way that new players that never have been through a Winter Quest know what's coming. And as usual, you'll find the links to everything that I show you in the video description down below. And this will be a really unusual Winter Quest in the sense that it's not just about here the 4 event vehicles that are shown and you know, the usual 3D decorations, decals and other prizes, but also Gaijin goes fully insane by offering loot boxes essentially for Silver Lions or for Golden Eagles that include all, and I mean all, previous winter event vehicles. And they then will be tradable on the marketplace. So Gaijin really wants to shove this down your throat. Let's go it through bit by bit. The loot box part will be at the rather end of the video. So the TLDR is that from in a couple of days, from the 20th of December 2022 till the 9th of January 2023, you'll be able to fulfill the tasks. It will come just in a moment. So that's 20 days of grinding for all 3 branches, 2 days of grinding per task, so to say, and that is a lot of time if you think about it, especially if this is a good excuse in avoiding your relatives. Why talking to your relatives and getting annoyed by them if you can get annoyed playing War Thunder? I think that's the really better deal, right? Jokes aside, let's let's go through the event vehicles. For the French rank 1 premium, we have the late 298D. There is, on my behalf, a little bit of speculation that this might hint at the introduction of the French Navy in the foreseeable future, maybe 2-3 patches down the line, because this is obviously something that you can use for capping in naval realistic battles and arcade battles. More interesting for many people will be the T-80 UM2, rank 7 Soviet event vehicle. And in its dev block, the TLDR is basically, it has the Drozd hard kill APS, which looks very similar to the one that we have on one of the T-55s, and it lacks thermal vision. Meaning, if you go into the tech tree, you can see that the T-55 AMD-1 has the same system, apparently, and there you can see the stats. So it is limited, it doesn't offer you 360 degrees all around protection. It doesn't really help you versus kinetic shells, which are used in 99% of the cases, but ATGMs etc. can be shot down and annihilated before they hit your tank. When it comes to the tech tree, however, you can see that the Soviets really lack the top tier lineup, wink wink. And also there's the T-80 UK, which by the way features laser warning receiver and thermal imaging. So it might be the better tank. And to add here speculation, we will see very likely in the foreseeable future the addition of rank 8 for tanks. And then this tank might look really attractive because you can just avoid the potentially 70 Gaijin coins or dollars or euros costs of a premium. If you can get the event vehicle, just put a talisman on it and be done with it to research rank 6, 7 and 8. And I highly recommend to not purchase any of those anymore, because they will be devaluated as being able to grind top rank tanks. So I have no proof for this, but it's unlikely that Gaijin will pass this opportunity of earning ludicrous amounts of whale money. Going back into the tech tree dev block, I shall say, we have the Tornado EDS Marineflieger, Germany rank 8 event vehicle. And if you go into the dev block, it looks cool. Again, link in the description down below. And we can see the loadout being really interesting because it has AS-34 Cormoran anti-ship missiles. So they are big HE warheads, according to Wikipedia, and I have not looked up it anywhere else, those are, depending on the warhead, 160 to 235 kilograms of TNT. So it's an HE warhead. Now, versus destroyers, corvettes, and anything smaller, this is, I guess, very likely a one-shot kill. Versus cruisers and battleships in particular, I think it really depends where you hit. If the HE warhead has enough splash to go directly into the magazine, we'll have to see. But versus something that's already in combat and damaged, this will probably be the finishing off touch, and you have up to 4 of them if we believe here the footage. The rest of the performance, I wait for it to go live. No further comment. Then, for me personally, the most interesting one is the USS Newport News, USA Rank 5 event vehicle, and it is a monster of a war machine because it basically has auto-loaded 8-inch guns, and therefore bypassing the problem of current heavy cruisers in the game that they just lack the DPM. With 9 guns that have apparently a reload of somewhere in the region between 5 and 6 seconds, you have the fire rate of a light cruiser with the firepower or the alpha strike of a heavy cruiser. And to go into the tech trees, we can see that the Americans already have the USS Baltimore as an event vehicle, but that has normal reload, if you will. However, the Newport News is based on the Baltimore class and very similar to the USS Pittsburgh. If we go to the USS Pittsburgh, we can see that we have also a lot of 5-inch and 3-inch auto-loading anti-aircraft guns with proximity fuses. And when you then also go with the armor protection, you're looking at a very well protected ship having 152 millimeters of belt armor. The main magazine is below the waterline, which you can see here with decks of 63.5 millimeters. That's very well all around protection. However, I expect the battle rating to be at least 6.3, maybe 6.7. With the compression, that means that you'll engage enemy battle cruisers and battleships all the time, and all of a sudden your advantage seems to be gone. But the mayhem and havoc that you'll create in a down tier will be unprecedented, because if you look at the shells, they are considerably more heavily hitting, if that's a word, than the light cruisers. And we already have the monsters like the Moffat for destroyers and the Helena for light cruisers. So again, big bonus for the US Navy tech tree. Why would you play any other tech tree, to be honest? So good ship, really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. It's good looking, and yeah, can't wait for this. And we'll see eventually rank 6 with ships as well, so this might be a good premium. Again, therefore I do not really recommend buying currently any of the rank 4 premiums. Going back to the actual Winter Quest dev blog, we also have here some decals that look adorable. So then we also have some 3D decorations and also a female player icon. Vehicle camouflages we have for the Tornado here, basically the German flag. It looks really cool, really good, and we can see some loadout options, so cormorants and big bombs and some anti-aircraft missiles. We can also see a okayish skin for the Newport News and a very average skin for the T-80. So all event rewards will be issued for a specific number of marks of distinctions. So overall there are 10. If you only want to get the top 3 prizes, the Tornado, the Newport News and the T-80, you have to only get 8 out of 10. However, if you want to make them tradable, then you have to go to all 10 out of 10, and that for all 3 branches. Then you have the trophies that you can get at tier 1 and tier 7, and they include the general average stuff. Then we come to the tasks, and this is where it gets really interesting, because it's like the previous event where you have to grind 40,000 mission points. That's basically the star if you look at the leaderboard, in random battles in rank 3 or higher. But if you have already existing event vehicles, even from rank onwards, you can use them. Now 40,000 mission points sounds really bad, and it is, but points multiplier that varies based on vehicle ranks and difficulty level, meaning if you play an arcade or realistic battle, is stated in the task's description. The tasks are all the same and are renewed every 2 days at 11 GMT. And obviously missed marks of distinction can be purchased via Golden Eagles. It always has been 999 Golden Eagles for them. So that meaning if you just wanna, go and just buy them outright without playing, that would be 30,000 Golden Eagles. And if you look at this, you can get 25, so if you play a couple of them for 114 euros, Gaijin coins, dollars, doesn't matter. That is too much, way too expensive, and the vehicles are frankly not worth that much. But if you just miss 1 or 2 tasks to then trade it on the marketplace, yeah, why not? So this is really interesting, and yeah, the thing that I wanted to mention is here the points multiplier. When it comes to realistic battles, I think it gradually is positive, the multiplier, from rank 5 onwards, and the maximum that you could get was around 1.4 for tanks and around 2.0-ish or 2.1 for ships. Now, yesterday I just had a battle with 8,800 score points, meaning that I just have to play a couple of naval battles to do this in my Moffat or my Helena, and that's alright. The problem is that when it comes to tanks and aircraft and naval, doing all 3 in 2 days, that's quite the grinding. That's really horrible, and to be honest, I just want the ship. The ship is probably the best. Afterwards, the Tornado with the French premium, and then if I feel like it, then the tank. But we already don't need the tank. Now it's getting insane. Ice chests. A unique opportunity to obtain items from past winter events from December the 20th until January the 9th. The ice chest and its almighty key will be available for purchase in the item store. The ice chest will bring you unique decals, decorations, vehicles, and camouflages from all past War Thunder winter events. Some items from past events appear as coupons for the first time, and you will be able to trade them on the marketplace. Also, you can find silver line boosters, universal backups, wages, and orders. So that is big. The cost of the ice chest is 10,000 silver lines, and for the key 50,000 silver lines. So that's 60,000 silver lines a piece. And I think we previously had something similar when it comes to some loot boxes, which essentially they are. And the effective chance of getting it was very, very small. And here you can see what vehicles both immediately activated on the account and available as coupons are. So there is the list. It's quite considerable, and obviously there is stuff in there that you really want and stuff that you maybe don't think is really worth it. The list is there, again, link in the description down below. Here is the interesting thing. The chances of receiving the Type 62 Soviet Union are far lower than the other vehicles and are around 0.001%. Wow. All vehicles will be immediately credited to the account, but there is a chance to get it in form of a coupon unless otherwise specified. So, okay, it's not just that you get them all at a coupon, but there is a further RNG step if it is directly to your account or if you get it as a coupon. Then there are also camouflages, etc., etc. It's a really, really long list. And yeah, you also can earn up to 1 million silver lines. So this is a really long list. Read it for yourself if you have the time. And then we come to the next hammer, and that is the New Year's trophy for Golden Eagles. For those who want to spend not only accumulated silver lines, but also Golden Eagles, you know, I don't like them, I want to absolutely spend them, a special New Year's trophy is available in the item store. You can purchase it only for Golden Eagles, but inside it you will find a huge set of useful items. Premium account silver line, universal backups and boosters, premium vehicles, and also all vehicles that were ever been sold for Golden Eagles or war bonds, but it isn't tradable now either in the game or on the market. List below. According to Gaijin, purchasing it is a bargain because you will be guaranteed of receiving a talisman and premium vehicles if you have opened enough trophies. And the average value of the trophy contents are almost 1.5 times its price. Still, gambling is gambling. And the interesting thing is, one trophy cost 999 Golden Eagles. That's a bit expensive. Guaranteed price, 1 day premium account plus 100,000 silver lines. Not really sure that this is worth it, but let's go with it. Then there are also the drop chances. The 300% booster, for example, you can also get by just simply playing the Assault Arcade and Grand Arcade modes once per day each. So absolutely no reason to look at this, for example. Then the next thing is additional random prizes. First, talisman for vehicles, 15% chance, but at least once for every 14 trophy openings, so that's 14,000 Golden Eagles. There is a breakdown chance by vehicle rank that it basically will drop with a very high chance in the first 4 ranks. And yeah, the next 4 ranks are very small. 1% for rank 8. It's better to outright buy it rather than to gamble it. If all vehicles of the dropped rank already have a talisman, the player will be refunded fully for New Year's trophy. And then you also have a premium vehicles, including unavailable for sale. 15% chance, but not less than once for every 14 trophy openings. And yeah, 2/3 for the first 3 ranks. So yeah, that's just again 14,000 Golden Eagles to get with around 2/3 of a chance it in the first 3 ranks. No, not that's just really bad odds. If all vehicles of the dropped rank are already there, the player will be refunded the cost of the New Year full trophy. And then unavailable for purchase vehicles presented in the New Year's trophy along with the usual premium vehicles. And then there is also a really long list of what you can potentially earn. And yeah, some interesting vehicles are there. For example, the KV2 C6. Then also this UFO. One of this has been for a very long time, I think, the most expensive premium in the game. Those days are long gone, of course. Really good ships, especially the Nostroshimi. Really rare ones. The D520 is really rare. And yeah, then we also the IJN Kyushimo. That's a ship with lots and lots of long lances. And then there are the detailed terms. So there is quite a lot to unpack. That Gaijin gives us the chance to earn all the stuff from previous events, including 3D decoration, etc, etc, etc. That's cool and all, but the price is just way too steep and the chances of getting something that is absolutely not worth it is way too high. At the end of the day, it's gambling, and Gaijin is very good with RNGing it in their favor. At the end of the day, Gaijin profits, not you. I think this should be clear. And I think the idea is nice, but the execution is, as usual, really bad. And also, again, the grind that is involved with 40,000 mission points divided by the various different multipliers, it's also quite a lot. I think, again, it's the easiest for naval forces, where also the price for me personally is the most interesting. And again, I cannot wait to get my hands on this thing to see how good the firepower and the protection and overall package is. I have high hopes for this, which is essentially a Des Moines, and we will see. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Let me know in the comment section what your idea is when you think about this, what you think about the prices, the effort involved, and also the loot boxes. And as usual, we will see each other on the waves, in the skies, and on the battlefields of War Thunder.